Hi guys, welcome back. Doing a quick video about probably the first vintage watch that I bought that was a premium brand. I was looking for a Tissot for quite some time on eBay, and most of them would go for far too much money. But by chance, this Tissot Seastar, 1970s Tissot Seastar, came up. It was in pretty poor shape. It didn't have this leather strap on it. It was really scratched up, and I mean, not awful state, but it was pretty grotty and scratched up. And the seller didn't even say that it was working or not. I had to message him to find out whether it was working. And he said, oh yeah, it's working perfectly. So it didn't attract many bids. And I won it for about £27, which was pretty amazing. So once I got it back home, well, once it was delivered, I gave it a polish up, and primarily the crystal was very scratched up. So I gave that quite a polish up using whitening toothpaste on a microfiber cloth. The front has brushed kind of grain. So I reapplied that using a Scotch pad. So using the same movement very carefully in that direction, back and forth, being careful, you can get the brushed stainless steel effect back, because it had got lots of little micro scratches all over the place. So that just makes it more uniform. So it's a bit difficult to do because of the obviously got the dial taking up a lot of the real estate on the front. But if you're very careful, you can just put these micro scratches back in the right direction, giving it that brushed stainless steel effect, which was on it before but had got a little bit worn. The sides were just polished. I just hand polished those. Nothing too vigorous. It's basically just bringing the look of it back without going too hard. Now, the interesting thing about this watch, which I found out afterwards with a little bit of research, is the automatic movement on this is also, it was in development with Omega at the time. So Tissot were sharing a movement, or they developed a movement which they used in these 1970s Tissot Seastars, and also Omega Seamaster. I think it's Omega Seamaster they used it in. So I'll get the back off and show you. So the strap this came with originally, well, not originally, but it had some metal expanding strap which didn't really suit it and was a bit knackered. So I took that off and I bought this leather kind of like sport strap, which I think suits it better, suits the era better, looks really good. It wasn't a lot of money. I think this was about £6-7 from AliExpress, which is not a bad place to get leather straps. They usually come within a couple of weeks, and I can't find a better, cheaper place to get them. I think even all the ones you find on eBay are probably coming from China anyway, so you might as well go direct to them, save a few pounds. As you see, it's got a screw-on back plate. What's nice about the watch also is the crown has a motif. I think it's the anchor motif, if I can. There you can see the anchor motif. So that's a nice touch. It keeps very good time. I don't wear this very often. I'm a bit worried about damaging it. And you've got the date. And with the date, you have to go all the way around to get it to change. So it's not set on the right date, because I don't wear this very often. I'm not going to turn that crown all the way around to get to the day today, which is the 16th. So let's get the back off and I'll show you the movement. I've already loosened it a bit because it was a bit tight. And even with this tool, It's very easy to skip out of these holes and to scratch the back like that. It's the little indentations are quite shallow. So I've not had this back off for a long time. I've forgotten what it looks like myself. Oh yes, and there you go. Beautiful movement. Just put that down for a second, just show you the back plate. And the movement itself. Now where's the number of it? I forget what the number is. I think the writing is on that little disc. There we go. With the serial number. And that's the number of the movement, the 2481 movement. Yeah, so that movement is the same as the Omega 1481 movement. They're the same movement. So for £27, I've got a very nice Tissot watch that basically has an Omega movement in it. Let's get the back on and I'll show you it on my wrist. Okay, there's a Tissot on my 6.5 inch wrist. It's a 36mm dial, so it's not a bad size actually. It doesn't look small. I think it's probably nearer 37mm actually. I mean, compared to my 39mm Pagani there's not a huge difference. They both look very nice. I think it looks great with that leather strap. It's got that kind of sporty look to it that's so 1970s. So anyway, there are some bargains on eBay. I haven't found another bargain quite as good as that, and I've been looking, so I think I was really lucky that day. But it's just, the hunt is part of the fun of it. So I'm always looking to see if I can find another bargain as good as this. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Take care.